Hello, festival goers of the internet. I'm the Festival Finesser, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about a massive one from the homies over at Alpha Squadron. This is a brand new festival that they're presenting called Origins Festival. It's only its second year going down, and if you have not heard about it, I'm here to tell you about it because this lineup is like nothing I have seen before. It is so fresh, it is so underground, and there is just so much talent on here, and so many of these dudes are dominating the underground and SoundCloud. And when I got this lineup leaked to me through the guys with Alpha Squadron after they asked me to do the review, my jaw just kept dropping, and I wish I felt that reaction because I was just like, holy fuck, like I was blown away by how many artists were on here. That they're just so many artists that I've never seen, and so many artists that you usually find in like tier 2 and tier 3 of lineups, but Alpha Squadron is putting them in a spotlight to headline and be, you know, where they deserve, because these dudes are just so good. Alpha Squadron is doing shit proper. They always do. Northern Invasion, Southern Invasion, the lineups are always just fresh, and they're just almost like exclusive. There's so many just Northern America debuts on here, and they just turned it up 3 notches. They have 3 stages. They're offering 3 different experiences. They're targeting dubstep, deep dub, and drum and bass. And within the dubstep, you get the riddim, you get the heavy stuff. Obviously, you guys know I don't know that much about drum and bass, but I do even know some of the deep dub artists and some of that weirder stuff on here, and I am just so hyped on this one. It is the weekend right after Ever After Fest, so it is going to be a tight squeeze and just kind of hard to pull, but I am the Festival Finesser. I might be able to make it happen and finesse my way into Canada twice in the same month. Maybe I won't even go home, who knows, but I am just so excited to talk about this lineup, and I am going to stop hyping it up and get into this lineup review after the brand new intro that my boy Trevor Pena edited for me. I hope you guys enjoy it, so now let's get it.
Can I get it?
Festival Finesser.
Finesse gang, Canada fam, can I get a yeah? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another lineup review. For those of you guys who do not know me, what's good? I'm the Festival Finesser. This is my channel, a channel that revolves around music festivals and live music going experiences where they focus a concentration on dubstep and riddim. If you're not following me at a festival day by day, you're probably following me at a show in New York, Philadelphia, Maryland, Delaware. Basically anywhere I go, you guys are coming with me. And if you're not following me at a festival or show, you're probably sitting with me here at this desk, getting life hacks, trick tips, festival reviews, lineup reviews, EDM news, controversial debates, and any other words of advice I can give to you guys to make sure you can have the best festival going experience possible. Now, let's get into this because I just hyped it up OD in the intro, but this is a lineup worth hyping because there's a lot to talk about. Alpha Squadron, when you look up the definition of proper in a dictionary, you see their logo next to it, bro. These dudes always fucking do it right. They know how to do it. Northern Invasion, Southern Invasion. This one is looking like it's going to be fucking crazy. This is going to be a fun-ass one to do because of just, I feel like I could talk about these artists so much because it's like right in my realm, and it's just not your typical company, Wooly, Excision, you know what I'm saying? Like Kaiwachi and all those dudes that you always see supporting Excision. I'm not hating on that, but it is just nice to see a whole entire lineup of just different dudes that are, I feel like, almost just as talented that just don't get the spotlight because they're in the underground. They're still on SoundCloud, and like, this is a team SoundCloud lineup. If you're on Spotify, you're probably not going to know a lot of these guys, but if you spend most of your time listening to music on SoundCloud, I'm sure you've seen a bunch of these dudes, and you're scrolling, going down those rabbit holes of your artists and related artists and stuff like that. They do not have a location release yet. It is going to be in Quebec, Canada, August 19th through the 22nd. It is a camping festival as well. Like I said, it's got 3 stages. So now, let us take a look at this lineup, and we can talk about and see why I was so hyped and hyping up in the beginning. So, kicking off the headliners, we have Al Ross, dubstep, riddim, ominous, dubstep, riddim, bow, drum and bass, infect, dubstep, riddim, Jekyll and Hyde, more dubstep, but like dark dubstep, very just stompy and aggressive, and I've been fucking with them. Well, now it's not actually him, just one dude. You know, I was gonna make a video about that, just why they split, because I noticed that they went from 2 dudes to 1. No one really was talking about that. There's no articles, it's not like a confirmed, and I know it is. I think I'm gonna make a video about that in the near future, talking about the breakup. Maybe I could even get like a comment from Luke and Duke, and we could just make something cool happen. I don't know. But continuing on here, we have Commotion, so it's some more drum and bass. And then we have the homie Odd Prophet. Bro, I saw Odd Prophet for the first time at Nightmare Festival, and I was blown away by this dude. It was just so heavy, so much energy, just an amazing stage presence, and like just so much shit I'd never heard before. His sound is just, it's like, I can't even talk, bro. I just get so hyped. It's like an industrial tear out. It's so heavy and high energy, and like I said, his stage presence is so fucking sick. And he was just cool enough to like watch the video and hit me back and be like, yo, that shit was cool, and like he's a cool ass dude. So big ups Odd Prophet. And then last on here of the headliners, we have Sticky Buds, which is some more drum and bass. And like, bro, once I saw Al Ross, Ominous, Infect, Jekyll and Hyde, Odd Prophet, I was like, god damn. But then I went into the next tier here, and we have, I don't even know how to say this dude's name. I always thought it was Buke's Finest, but it's Buke's I can't do the rest. Finetz. I'm pretty sure it's German. And I remember him being more rhythm back in the day, but it seems like it's a little bit more like deep dub and experimental now. But the next one is another big one here that I was like, wow. E-Craze back-to-back Graphite, bro. Do you have any idea how heavy that is going to be? I haven't fucking went Graphite so heavy so much recently, and like, I don't know if you can comprehend how heavy that's going to be. Then we have MLK, more classic dubstep, definitely been around for a minute. Another OG just right there. MLK and J-Pops, bro, two fucking OGs in dubstep. If you know, you know. They've been around for a fucking minute. Kiva, I think that's how you say it. I'm not familiar with. Push Loop is more in that deep dub word category as well. Subfiltronic, just straight up riddim, one of the pioneers of the subgenre. Sizzy, I was trying to like put a label on him because, you know, when I think of Sizzy, I think of that song Identity Theft with him and Akios, but when you look more into Sizzy, you get just a whole bunch of different sounds. I would just probably just generically label him as dubstep and not try and get too particular, because I feel like he is a very diverse artist. And then lastly, in the second tier here, we have Turnian Sound, who is going to be doing more experimental deep dub kind of stuff. And now this was the one that I also, like, as I got down, I was just like, I kept getting blown away, because it's like, the more you go down, like, it keeps getting crazier. Like, you know, you go down a lineup and it's like, it gets weaker. Like, I feel like this one almost gets stronger. So here we go. Ready? First up, we have Automate, who kind of is like a hybrid artist for me, because he has a heavy sound like dubstep, but a bouncy, swingy vibe like riddim. So he always falls into a gray area as he dubstep, as he riddim. But regardless, he has a very just kind of like mastered sound, and you can hear it, you know, the sound design in all of his tracks, and you can just always kind of recognize the Automate sound in his tracks. Next up, we have Ionix, who is just a big one for the riddim dudes, and going to be a straight up proper real riddim set. Then we have Cass Nowicki, who I'm not familiar with. Same thing with Dalip One. I'm not sure who that is or what kind of genre he's going to be bringing to the table. But next up, we have Deuces, who is another one for the riddim guys on here. And Deuces just is known for his dingy, high, bouncy vibes and energy. But he's also been trying to push this like tear out hybrid riddim kind of combination, and I really fuck with it. That Do It To It remix he did was fucking a slapper, and that's like the perfect example I could think of like a tear out riddim, just that heavy and bouncy and just, yeah. Next up, we had Distinct Motive, who I'm not sure if I can remember correctly, that's a deep, dark, and dangerous artist. Next up, we have DJ Mad, who I'm not familiar with either, but Fate I'm familiar with. Just another one, bro. Someone on SoundCloud who I've just always seen, always been fucking with. That's my kind of riddim. Just very bouncy, very swingy. Same thing with Flicks, another fucking riddim OG. Hamriel again, someone that kind of falls into like that very heavy, but also like very riddim. UK, another one for the riddim dudes. Again, UK is just so diverse. It's gonna give you like just a whole bunch of riddim within the subgenre, I feel like, and maybe even go beyond riddim. But when I think of UK, I think of riddim. Next up, Modus, another big one for the riddim dudes, just ripping monsters, and that's going to be another proper real riddim set. Next up, we have Muerte. I've been fucking with Muerte for so long. He's playing Forbidden Kingdom, and he's just one of those like underground dudes who I just fuck with so heavy. His sound is so sick. It is so heavy and just so stompy, and it really gives me sudden death vibes, and it's just my kind of shit, honestly, dark and heavy. Next up, we have Prophet, who is not heavy, but he is probably one of my favorite deep dub artists. My boy Ben put me onto him, along with Salty and that whole deep dub crew. And it's, for whatever reason, bro, that Prophet sound is just, it hits me different, bro. And I could just totally see myself vibing out to a Prophet set in the grass with some clear-ass skies and just vibing, chilling, and just, yeah. Prophet is fucking so cool. If you don't know him, check him out, and I promise you, you will definitely vibe out if you like to chill and can appreciate just chill, deep vibes. Next up, we have FESTIIVAL, who I'm not familiar with. Slimes, I am familiar with. I'm not all that familiar, But I do have a couple tracks from way back in the day. They were heavy, they were bouncy, and I would imagine that's what you're going to kind of get. Next up, we have Small B, another Monsters representative, and that means you're getting proper real rhythm with that set, and we're going to leave it at that. Next up, we have Substance, who I'm not familiar with. Sulfur, I'm not familiar with either. I feel like I have seen that name, and I feel like it is someone of the bass community and someone heavy, but I'm not really familiar with any of his tracks, and that's as deep as I can go on that one. 10 Graphs I am familiar with, and again, you could just like almost tell what the vibe they're going to be giving by their logo. 10 Graphs is fucking so heavy, and yeah, that's really all I know. I'm not like the biggest fan, but I have a couple 10 Graphs tracks, and they're fucking heavy, like really heavy. And then wrapping up here, we have Trenchfoot, who I'm not familiar with. Raz, I'm not familiar with. Unit, and the big one for the Riddim guys. And I actually met him at Lost Lands, just like in the crowd passing. He was like, yo, Festival Finesser, what's good? And I was just like, hey, yo, what's good? He's like, I'm Unit. And I was like, oh shit, like, what's really good, bro? I fuck with you. And like, it was just cool as fuck to meet him. And again, he was someone I was listening to for so long, even like before the Festival Finesser. And it was just crazy to meet him and just see him, and now he's doing this shit. So big ups, Unit. And then lastly here we have the homie Zuba, who I actually got to meet, chill with, and shoot for at Bigfoot Electro over in Tennessee. Shout out to the homies at Depth Perception. Yeah, I actually got to see him again at Lost Lands, and just super cool dude. You guys know that Zuba sound that is very distinct, very just kind of like mastered, and he has kind of like solidified his sound, and it's just very heavy, very crunchy, very stompy, and very bouncy. Like I said, if it's heavy, if it's bouncy, it's for me. So we also have some special guests on here. We have Hades, who I'm not all that familiar with. I actually think it's a girl, if I'm not mistaken. They put a show with Jekyll and Hyde, so I'd imagine they kind of have similar vibes. And then we have Sweet Tooth on here, who I got to see recently, kind of recently at HMAC, and just very heavy. A whole bunch of DPMO, just unreleased, heavy IDs, and it was fucking insane. And then we have some other special performances by Orange Lessard, Chiari, Low Pocus, and more to be announced. And I'm not familiar with what that is or who that is or what that is. I think that might be the deep dub or drum and bass side of things, because we have some special their performances. Interesting. We have special guests and special performances. I don't know what that entitles, but yeah. And then we have a whole bunch of what I guess is local support down here, and just a generic font. And I looked through this to see if there's anybody that I knew or could shout out, and there isn't. So for length's sake of the video, I'm just gonna skip over this. If any of your friends are playing that bottom tier, shut them out in the comments. If there's anything you think I might like checking out, let me know. And you never know, what I'm saying? If enough people, chime in, we can see what we can make happen. So I hope you guys can understand why I got so hyped and excited making this video and just looking at this lineup, because it is just so fresh. So many of my favorite artists, and I'm just gonna go through like my favorites and the highlights real quick, just so you can kind of like hear it all together, just down the line. So here we go. I fucked it up already. Al Ross, Ominous, Infect, Jekyll and Hyde, Odd Prophet, E-Craze Back-to-Back Graphite, J Phelps, Push Loop, Subfiltronic, Sizzy, Turnian Sound, Automate, Ionix, Deuces, Fate, Flicks, Hamro, Hugh K, Modus, Muerte, Prophet, Slime, Small B, Sulfur, 10 Graphs, Unit, Zuba, Sweet Tooth. What? Come on, bro. You are not getting a lineup like this summer. This is the one, dude. Like, you are probably not going to see half of these artists on any festival you go to. Maybe I'm capping. Excision might do right this year at Lost Lands with the subsidiary releases and stuff like that he's been doing, but this is the one, bro. Like I said, Underground Fest. Alpha Squadron presents Underground Fest, bro. This is fucking crazy, and I don't even care if Ever After was the week before, bro. I have to come. I will make it so I will quit my job to come to this festival, bro. I need to fucking be here and document this and experience this and just hear this and see this. Like, yeah, so it's in Quebec. The location is not released there, which I found kind of weird, but that's also how the underground is. That lineup comes out last minute, but the after movie last year looked sick. It looked like it was only one stage, so it's a big upgrade this year from one stage to 3 stages. And yeah, Alpha Squadron, I know they're gonna do right. I have no doubts that they're gonna fucking just pull off an amazing festival. So I speak of them very highly. They do fucking dope things, and if you're not familiar, get familiar, because they are fucking doing it over there in Canada. I will drive 7.5 hours to Quebec for this one, even if I have to drive 8 hours to Ever After the week before. I might not even come home. Like I said, if I got Canada homies that can show some hospitality and bless for a weekend, like, let me know, and we can make shit happen and have some fun up in Canada, because I fucking love Canada. So I think that's it for this one, guys. Shout out Alpha Squadron, shout out Canada Finesse Gang, and shout out to everybody that's watching this video right now. Let me know who you guys are most happy to see in the comments, and I will see you guys for the next one. We got Paradise Blue in 2 weeks. We got Forbidden Kingdom the week after. If anybody needs tickets to Forbidden Kingdom, hit me up. If anybody needs tickets to this festival, I'll put the link in the description box below. I believe when I checked, they were $180 Canadian. If I would imagine it's Canadian because it's in Canada. So if you're US, it's going to be a little bit cheaper because the conversion, the currency conversion. And yeah, I'm getting tired of talking. I've been talking so fast. I apologize. But again, thank y'all for watching. I'll see you for the next one. Peace.